Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone, fellow Nigerians. I'm George Onyibe, as you already know, and a very quick one this afternoon. A message I simply titled, "A nation that is built under falsehood cannot stand the test of time." And of course, as a Nigerian anywhere around the world, you should understand where I am driving to. A nation that is built under falsehood, it cannot stand the test of time. But for record purposes, understand that the main aim or purpose of this very discussion is to call on the people of the South and the supposed minority to rise up to the occasion and the challenge before them. It is to make those people who want to sustain their popularity in the guise of majority to understand that the amount of falsehood they dish out to the system, to institution, will actually determine the lifespan of our dear country, Nigeria. But for you to be able to appreciate this very discussion, let me refer you to what gave birth to this idea. We are on social media. We have been going to and fro like the devil told God. I've been going to and fro, watching the whole world. And God said to the Satan, "Have you noticed my servant Job? That he is an upright man, a man to be trusted, whose life is void of sin." And you know the rest of the story. And so we have been going to and fro, looking for how we can be able to salvage our nation, Nigeria. And of course, by extension, every ethnic group within the concept or this idea called One Nigeria. The greatest instrument of our doing is the falsehood that is dashed into the system. This is what we are taking time to address. And at this juncture, it is very important that we call our attention to it. I listened to, for instance, a broadcast, maybe recently by Asari Dokobo. He was telling fellow Nigerians that they should be ready, that some ethnic groups are coming to invade our land. Normally, this is the kind of things Nigerians like to hear. This is the kind of things the Igbo Biafra people love to hear. The moment you hear Fulani want to invade us, Fulani is coming for us, Fulani want to do this. The point is, over 1,000 ethnic groups in Nigeria. How can only a tiny Fulani invade all of us? Okay, they have AK-47. Oh, okay, they are the one that owns Nigeria. Okay, they have more population, my brother. We have been living under this deception. This was what gave credibility to the lies of Nnamdi Kanu. They want to Islamize us, they want to increase us. These are truth presented with falsehood. Am I telling you there are not ethnic groups in Nigeria who are practically working very hard to destroy us, to misplace the indigenous people? No, that is not what I'm trying to tell you. What I'm trying to tell you is that those who are alerting you are doing it on falsehood. They want you to react in a way that will be favorable to them. And at the end, the problem will not be solved. For over a decade, Nnamdi Kanu was shouting, "Fulani headsmen, they are killing Igbo people, they want to Islamize us, they want to kill us," and other rubbish. But what is the end result? He brought killing to Igbo land. He destroyed a lot of individuals, sent people to untimely grief. But do you know he ended up becoming a multi-millionaire by Biafra agitation? Go and ask his sister Nne Nayanya or Ogurichi Owa. You will understand that all the money we contributed in the name of monthly due that were stored in our account as Biafrans in Kulu in Germany, all of them have been siphoned by Nne Nayanya, Nnamdi Kanu auntie, who is from Ihechi in Abia State. And so Nnamdi Kanu is a multi-millionaire. He has so much in his account. That is why he still can open his mouth and talk rubbish. And so when anybody comes up and begin to tell you, Fulani want to invade us, Fulani are ravishing our village, Fulani have done this, Fulani are this, I want you to understand that those people are as dangerous as the Fulani headsmen. But I'm not telling you to dismiss what they are telling you. I am asking you not to be carried away by this information until there is authenticated proof what they are saying is true. Because in the end, when forensic investigation is carried out, you will end up seeing that most Fulani headsmen in Anyoma land are Igbo people. And most Fulani headsmen in Igbo land are Fulani people. And vice versa. And today, when we as Igbo people are fighting Fulani headsmen in our place, we will kill IPOB people. And when we move as Anyoma people, let us go and destroy Fulani who want to invade our land. You will see 99.9% of them are Igbo people. And then it becomes very hard to be able to know when we are attacked by Igbo people, when we are attacked by Fulani people. We just don't know. But believe me, a nation built on falsehood will not last the taste of time. They may be able to have their way in a time like this and think that is how it's going to be. But let me explain to them so that they understand that whatever they do today, the next generation of Nigerians, irrespective of the tribe they come from, will know the truth. And whatever they do with the truth is left for them. And then let me retrieve a little bit. We are eagerly waiting for the conclude proposal regarding the 31 additional states to be created. And of course, the additional 2 regions will be added. We have seen the proposed bill issued to the community by members of the House of the Senate. And as somebody from the South, if I tell you what I believe, it looks like I am biased. But let's assume I am biased to you. Let's assume I am saying the truth to you. Since the proposal has not been passed into law, my assumption does not have legal backup. And let us also know that as far as we still have senators who are representing us on that very floor, they could make things work. And let us assume that they are telling us so that we express ourselves and register our displeasure as of when necessary. That is why we are here. And now let me bring it back to you. Maybe most of you do not understand, but that is not the main purpose of this broadcast. The proposed 31 additional states, they are giving 5 additional states to the South. And the South will, at the end of the day, let's assume the geopolitical region will remain that way. So the South have additional 5 governors, making it total 11. How many ethnic groups do we have there? You will see, only Cross River State have more than 1,000 ethnic groups. I'm coming. And then, let us assume the Southeast have 5 governors today. And then the Southeast today will have additional 7 states, making their 5 states to become 12 states. And then let us go to the Southwest, who have currently, at the moment, 6 states. And they will have additional 13 states, which will make it 19 states. So one ethnic group in Nigeria, the Yoruba, will have 19 governors in our one Nigeria. One ethnic group will produce 19 governors. One ethnic group like Igbo will produce 12 governors. Only one ethnic group. And then in the bunch of South, over 1,000 ethnic group will produce only 11 governors. What is the equity? Not every one of you will be able to comprehend it. And then let me explain the other side of it to you before we progress. If the additional 2 geopolitical zones are created later on, because they now know that for calling us South is a mockery, an insult to their own intelligence, not us, they're going to change it. Now let's look at it this way. Creation of additional 2 regions. Where are they going to blame it from? You notice in terms of governor, I didn't talk about North. Because the problem we are suffering in the South, first of all, is the problem those in the North Central are suffering. In the North Central, you have over 1,000 ethnic groups. So many. And so maybe we begin to talk about Northwest and the Northeast. How many governors are they going to produce inside our one Nigeria? And then coming back to the geopolitical zone, there is something I see as a foul play. Adams Oshimole, pay attention. All those of you, Senator Ned Nwoku, pay attention. Senator John Mbata, those of you who are key players in trying to actually savage Nigeria, pay attention. Because sometimes your good intention may lead us to destruction. Because it is said that the road to hellfire is paved with good intention. A lot of people who did something wrong actually didn't have that in mind. But somewhere along the line, it is what it is. Let's go back. Something that Benin people need to pay attention to. I know why I'm talking to Benin people. Because at the end of the day, over 80% of all of us in the South, we may go back to Benin. I will not begin to tell you the history of Benin people. Why Benin people have to be marginalized and reduced and almost destroyed as if they never resisted. They are not my concern. If they want to wake up, fine. If they don't want to wake up, fine. But anytime they wake up, they should know we are already waking up and waiting for the right thing to do. That is why I call Adams Oshimole. That is why I call Iadaru. That is why I call anybody that have the interest of Benin people at heart. Let's look at it. additional state that will be created, 2 of them are questionable, according to what that man from the National Assembly gave us review as public of Nigeria. He said they will cut some community from Ondo State, and then they will add the community to some community in Edo State, and then they will come to Delta State and cut off some community and then make them one state. That one state they are going to create, they've not told us. Will it go to the southwest, or will it go to the new geopolitical zone that will be created, or will it come to the south-south? And then if a state is created, carved from Edo, Ondo, and Delta, by implication, we understand the relationship between Ondo and Edo State. I could say that 99.9% of Ondo State people are Benin people. If you like, insult me. But this truth, you people will not run from it. But today, we also know that Ondo State is not controlled by Benin people. It is controlled by Yoruba people. And when you check the capacity of the Yoruba, if a community is carved from Ondo, a community is carved from Edo, and a community is carved from Delta to create a state, that state will surely be controlled by the Southwest, by the virtue of Ondo capacity. Let's leave it at that. Then there is another state creation that is questionable, which is the Ejo. They've not come out openly, but the question now is that there are Ejo in Bayelsa. They have dismissed Delta State because of the creation of a new state within Ondo to Delta. And so they start from Bayelsa, River State, and then cross River State to bring Ejo people, and then create Ejo nation or Ejo state. And the question should be, where will this Ejo be answerable to? Will it be the current day South-South? Where will it be? And what happened to the fate of other ethnic groups there? But there is something we are seeing you will not be able to understand. But understand that in a time like this, we pointed out these things to you. And if Benin now is divided among itself, and it is weakened further than it has been weakened, it boils down to what that man said when he was presenting the proposal agreement so far. He said that the reason why they are creating additional state is to be able to collect ethnic groups that are being marginalized and put them in an environment where they can prosper. And this is actually how to solve Nigerian problem. I agree with him. But then I see falsehood there. Because if you want to address ethnic groups that have been sacrificed in the altar of one Nigeria for majority to have more population than they already have, I will tell you openly that Idoma and Igala are the most. Let's leave Benin out of this now. Idoma people and Igala people are the one who has suffered greatly. Most of them are in North Central. Most of them are in South-South. Most of them are in Southeast. Most of them are even in the Northeast. And most of them are in the Southwest. Why are they not giving Idoma people their own state? And say from Benue across to Kogi State, down to Enugu, through Ebonyi State, all the way to Cross River State, you have Idoma people there. For your information, in Cross River State, Eyala people are Idoma people. Why they don't map out Idoma land and say, okay, based on this, Idoma people, you are now one state. Oh, you want to cause trouble, so you want to lie. A nation built on falsehood will not last the test of time. I'm coming. And then let's say we want to solve this problem. Why not start with Igala people, the one we already know? You have Igala people in Kogi State. You have Igala people in Benue State. You have Igala people in Delta State. You have Igala people in Anambra State. And you have Igala people in Enugu State. Why don't you bring all of them? At least they have a capacity monarch that can look into their affair. The altar of Igala is there as small as you have the Oba of Benin. And of course on the Idoma axis, you have the Ochi Doma. These people are not Yahoo monarch. The Ochi Doma is not a political influence monarch. He has been there before British gave us policies. The author of Igala was on that throne before Queen of England stepped her foot on African soil. Are we talking about the Oba of Benin that has waged war until all the British people gathered to destroy them? So why are these three ethnic groups so divided that they can never have future? Whatever falsehood that may emanate from this, those of you representing us, don't you think it's time to begin to talk about it? We hardly hear about David Mark anymore. Don't you think it's time we begin to review all these things so that we can build a nation based on fairness, equity, transparency, and of course, in all totality, sincerity, one to another? Because a nation that is built on falsehood will not stand. This is not like you are inciting problem, you are causing problem. We are tired of this falsehood that influence us as Nigeria. It has to stop. Before now, Igbo Biafra will come out. Fulani are killing us, so Fulani are killing us. But it's falsehood. Where is the empire of Igbo Biafra? It will crush. When I discovered Nnamdi Kanu is a common criminal, I told him, you have ended your career. And it's a testament to his career has ended. There are a lot of falsehood in place that we will pay dearly for. But we need to understand what is to come and prepare our mind. Let me explain to you once again. If you see, some people believe in Yahoo Yahoo. They say they are pressing Android phone. But the truth is that there is nothing like Yahoo Yahoo. Believe me, nothing like Yahoo Yahoo in its real sense. The Yahoo Yahoo you are talking about is a ball game different from every other. This lie we are telling our people, you think Oyibo is Mugu. You rip off 3 Oyibo women emotionally because they are widow. Does it mean Yahoo Yahoo? Who are those people doing human trafficking, organ trafficking, ritualists? That was how we talk about Otokoto. Otokoto is a ritualist. But when they caught his hotel, what were they actually doing in the name of Otokoto? You want me to begin to spell it out for you? And of course, that is for the youth. Those youth doing Yahoo Yahoo. You know what you are entering into. Okite. You know what you are entering into. Very soon you become Yahoo Plus. You know what you are entering into. The beautiful thing there is that you new generation that have decided to toe on this path, I will know who you will marry. Because most of you have used almost the womb of 90% of our daughters for ritualists or for Yahoo Yahoo. I will know who you will marry. Get ready to adopt children. But remember, those children you will adopt can never be your children. If you like, show them all the love. They can never be your children, biologically. Why am I bringing it up? A nation built on falsehood, an institution built on falsehood, a relationship built on falsehood, a marriage built on falsehood, a family built on falsehood, they will not last the test of time. Let me explain further. I need you to check all the countries that have been built on falsehood. They all have similar problem. Majority of them are broken. Empires and kingdoms have to crush when falsehood is revealed, when their hypocrisy is exposed. Let us look at India. India was a very massive empire. But you will see, one of their greatest problems that made India to be divided into Pakistan, Buria, and other countries today was because of ethnic tension. We are threatened already as minority in Nigeria. And the ethnic tension is boiling up already in Nigeria. Are you people not going to solve it now that you have the privilege, or you're going to come for us and then make us feel useless? Because that is my problem with Igbo people. They are still jumping up and down trying to inherit me. Abo is Igbo, Abo is Igbo, Anyoma is Igbo, Okwan is Igbo, Ikwere is Igbo. They are now mesmerizing us. They are creating ethnic tension. And for the Fulani now that don't want us to go to the farm, they are creating ethnic tension. And for those of you who want to sell us even as our own people to be politically relevant, you are creating ethnic tension. It is one of the major reasons India divided. Let us go to Soviet Union. Soviet Union was such a powerful country that one president of Soviet Union actually said that even God cannot divide Soviet Union. Where is Soviet Union today? They have an issue with Ukraine, among other countries that spilled out of it. But still go and check some of the major reasons why Soviet Union have to divide. It is ethnic tension. Nigeria has been sitting on ethnic tension for a very long time. But keeping quiet now has endangered our life and the life of our unborn children and the life of the next generation of our people because we have been keeping quiet. The tension is boiling. And so I'm begging those of you who are in charge of Nigeria, address the issue of ethnic tension. Do the right thing that all of us will see and begin to applaud you. As far as we are concerned so far, the creation of additional 31 states in Nigeria will only begin to make sense when President Ahmed Bola Tinubu is able to succeed to ensure that the tax reform bill pull through. If at the end of the day they create additional 31 states and they are not able to pull the tax reform bill, then it is Yahoo Yahoo. Then the slavery has just begun. Then the recolonization has just begun. Our leaders, why don't you deflate this pressure that is coming already from ethnic tension? We see the desperation. We see the body language. Then we are taking notice of those who are involved. And believe me, we are telling our people. But understand, we want Nigeria, a beautiful Nigeria, a loving Nigeria, a united Nigeria, where we will not be judged whether we are Wazobia or not. I know how these things may end. Because these things we are trying to solve this problem so we can have a peaceful nation. The only thing Igbo people will do is to look for a way to form alliance with Yoruba and Hausa. And if they pull that shot, we will not be safe as minority. But we have prepared our mind. We're waiting for that moment. But it is not necessary. It doesn't have to be that way. And so for us to maintain our one Nigeria, look into the issue of ethnic tension boiling already. When we say we are not Igbo, Igbo say you must be Igbo. It's creating ethnic tension. When Benin stay like this, it's about Benin say homosexual, I say gay. You are creating ethnic tension. When you intellectually, dishonestly trying to manipulate us in some of policy issues, we already know. The standard of justice system is not the same. Emefiele is still there. He's not the only one in that office. Where is Emefiele deputy? But he's our man. We are minority. Can we come and pull a shot for him to be removed? But then now the Kanu is a majority. The Igbo man, they are majority. The Bia of the Wazobia. So even Nigerian lawyer can be mesmerized. Even Nigerian Bentanyan judge can be mesmerized. Even Buhari, a president of Nigeria, can be mesmerized. Even Bukola Saraki, one-time Senate president of Nigeria, can be mesmerized because he's a minority. And then his useless lawyer, that Nnamdi Kanu almost give a slap in the court. We still come and tell you, blame our governor. You have to blame our governor. Our governor and stakeholders of Ndibo, they are not saying anything. They're supposed to hold Buhari ransom. Tinubu ransom. As Tinubu enter Enugu, they are supposed to give him condition. You must release Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. Because they are majority. It's not considering the fact that Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist. It's not considering the fact that Nnamdi Kanu has made a lot of widows and widowers. It's not concerned about the fact that every allegation against Nnamdi Kanu is true. But it's using the numerical strength. That is what they want to Columbia all of us. But then they are not my concern. At least we are minority. But we still have representative on the floor of the Senate. Where are our people in the National Assembly? Or you people have reduced to the level where it is only your own percentage that concerns you? We have seen how these things will end. But believe me, the path of light is not in our hand. There is a limit to what we know. There is a difference between wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. There are those who have wisdom, but they lack knowledge. There are those who have knowledge, but they do not have understanding. Not until three of them are perfectly infused. You cannot say to be flawless. You can't be perfect. And so let us assume you have wisdom. And then use our knowledge, augment your wisdom. And then we take the understanding of another person and compromise the whole process. You will see Nigeria will begin to turn towards its true nature to attain greatness. But why we are deceiving fellow Nigerians, both those benefiting and those that are not benefiting, understand that you are the ones destroying Nigeria. And before I bring the broadcast to an end, let me ask you a question as a Yoruba person. If you are from Abo person, will you be as proud as you are a Yoruba person, please? It's okay, Tinubu is trying to reform Nigeria. It's okay, we appreciate Tinubu. Yoruba people, are you proud to be Abo man? You're going to say, hey, no, I can't be Abo man. No, Abo is a local. Will you proud to be called local? But you are now majority. It's okay. And we are not against it. But live and let's live. Let me ask you, Hausa people. You have claimed so many times that you are born to rule the rest of Nigeria, including Igbo and Hausa. Please, if you are a German, Hausa people, Erufai, some of those things you say, will you say it? Erufai, be sincere. All those people talking bragadash because they are from majority, please. Erufai, those things you talk about because you are Hausa or Fulani man. If you are a German, can you say that? Can you say that? You would have been dead by now. And is that a platform for equity? And you, Igbo, most of the things you people do to Nigeria from behind, and then assume you are marginalized, play the victim game. Would you like other people to feed on your misery? Because the last time I checked, you don't even allow that ethnic group to settle in your own village. But you are the one who littered in all our community. If you are from our place, will you be happy? Where there is too much sand in the soup of a blind person, the blind person will know. Let me tell you something. When you are feeding a blind person you hate, and then you take sand and pour in the blind person's soup, just a little sand, the blind person will not know. As far as you drop little sand, the blind person will not know. But when you pack plenty sand and pour it inside the soup of a blind person, the blind person will know. And that is the position we are now. The sand in our soup, because we are minority, by the virtue of blind, is too much now. We are seeing it now. We don't know who to trust. Whether it's Igbo, whether it's Yoruba, whether it's Hausa, whether it's Wazobia. We don't know who to trust. Our only trust now is on our one Nigeria. And that is why we are begging all of you. We will still survive. You will still be who you are. Let's rebuild Nigeria. Let's be fair to every Nigerian child. You will see our people in diaspora will begin to come home to help build this country. You will see our people will build this country without oil. But while you are playing this game of deception, falsehood, it will erupt from inside. And like I have always been saying, that Nigerian cannot plunge into war. But if by any reason Nigerian plunge into war, you see all of you, none of you will succeed. That's when I see some Igbo people carrying gun, doing they see all those rubbish. And then I see Hausa carrying gun, doing all those things. You think others are not learning? You think others are folding their hand? Do you know what we have suffered in Nigeria as minority? And yet has not been spoken. I'm still trying to find out why Benin people did not speak up and why they are not speaking up to today. But maybe one day we will know. Of course, we already know. Maybe one day we will tell you. Fellow Nigerians, irrespective of the ethnic groups you have, begin to talk to those representing you on the Senate. Tell them that a nation built on falsehood cannot survive. Begin to talk to your governors. Begin to talk to your president, the ones from your community. Begin to talk to them. Because if you think we are your problem, we are not your problem. The process has been compromised already. And somewhere along the line, the system will react. And it's not going to be how we expect it. And then I must tell you, minority, most especially my Abo people, my Okwani people, Anyocha people, Usimili people, my Ikwere people, my Akwa Ibom people, my Salsa people, my Benin people, my minority people, Ido, my Gala, Iyala, Ugoja, all of you, so numerous to mention. It's not a call for war. It's not a call for destroying anybody. This is a call. Let the truth prevail. You keep quiet. A closed mouth is a closed destiny. And now, before I bring this broadcast to an end, let me explain that. When you touch Yoruba person, Yoruba will shout, hey, Omo Yoruba, lele yo, Omo Yoruba, Yoruba will shout, OPC will rise up, Omoteku will rise up, Afeni Ferry will rise up. They have a mouth. You can't close their destiny. Touch Hausa, Arewa Consultative Forum, Omiati Allah, all of them will rise up. You will think they have killed these people. You can't close their destiny because their mouth is not closed. Is it Igbo you will talk? Touch Igbo. Autopilot will come out. IPionk will come out. Mozop will come out. Onezendibu will come out. World Igbo Congress will come out. Alaibo Development Union will come out. Their destiny cannot be closed. We are just pointing out this thing to you so that you get sense. And then maybe you have a jaw. When you touch a jaw, then a jaw youth movement will come. They will panic small. But that is because the power of Wazobia have not been magnified. If they magnify it, they will destroy them as they destroyed Odi. They will destroy them as they destroyed Donwane. Where is Ateke? You think Asare can pull any shot? You think Tompolo is not doing what he's doing, that they magnify the power, any of them will be there? Do you have a mouth who will speak for us? I'm talking of Ejo. What of Abo people? Jim Ovia. Is it in the Bible now? No. Who will talk now so that Nigerian will say, oh, people are talking? No, which Ikwere? Oh, Wike. Wike must play according to the tone. Or else. Although he's a lawyer and his wife is a lawyer. And so based on that, it's not going to be easy to misplace him. I'll give it to him. But in Wike, it's not equally people. Somewhere along the line, he has equally friend, he has equally enemy. But we are looking at people who speak for the people, we're not considering whether you are friend or enemy. Who speak for Benin people? Adams Oshimole, right? Or is there any other person speaking for Benin people? The last time I checked, Adams Oshimole speaks for Nigeria, not for his people. So who speaks for your people? Akwa Ibom people. Oh, Senate President. That guy is speaking for his position. He's not speaking for Akwa Ibom. Of course, I give it to Akwa Ibom. They've grown to a level of maturity. Who speaks for Idoma people? Who speaks for other people? Only to claim us. Oh, Agbo is Igbo. We are Igbo in Kogi. We are Igbo in this one. To use us, get more governors they can manipulate. And when we tell you, it's, oh, they are not completed building. Oh, it's poverty. Oh, they demarket you in order to demoralize you. But you see, we've gone to the level of the maturity where we are not interested in the distraction in telling you the truth. And now to cut the long story short, a nation built on falsehood will not last the test of time. And I want to believe that the task to keep Nigeria one is a task all of us must stand up to. Why waiting for problem? Do we have to kill millions of Nigerians to set this wrong right? Or do our truth stand as a threat to you to do the right thing? Everybody is beginning to know the truth already. And so, fellow Nigerians, in our little ways, let us advise those who are leading us, so that Yoruba child can be welcome in Igbo land, so that Igbo children can be welcome in Hausa land, as they are welcome already, and so that minority will be treated like normal human beings. These are why people like Malcolm X have the dream they have. They wish for America that will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. We wish for a Nigeria where we will not be judged by being Wazobia, but by being a Nigerian, for God's sake. This is where I bring this broadcast to an end. If you like, you know. If you don't like, no. Igbo Biafra, drop your insult on my comment section. It's favoring you. So drop the insult. You think we don't know? Biafra agitation will come down. Forget about this buga. They have what they want already. Igbo Biafra have what they want already. Any other thing is just shakara. Only one tribe in Nigeria is going to give you 19 governors. Only one tribe in Nigeria is going to give you almost 20-something governor. Only one tribe in Nigeria is going to give you. I know it's arguable because we are small. You cannot have it. It's okay. But why can't they work for the favor of all of us? The last time I checked, I've not seen anything we benefit from any region in Nigeria as a man from the South. But I can tell you that every region in Nigeria or geopolitical zone has benefited from South. So don't you people understand that live and let's live? Don't you people understand that or don't you people understand that it's okay. Let's receive the insult and move on. But don't forget, you people have the privilege, the opportunity to make Nigeria a greater nation, as anticipated. And then I see Mercy. He say, good day, sir. I greet you, Mercy. Let's move on there. Who do I see there? What did he say? He said they sent their bingos out to attack Benin because they always had this plan to sideline us. They did it with Wazobia. That is what I'm saying. All these things we are doing now. Why you see this Igbo Biafra keeping quiet is that Yoruba has not agreed with them. Hausa has not agreed with them. Once the Wazobia click, all of us minority are gone. And one day, I will tell them why Benin is the problem of everybody in Nigeria. It's a gradual process. It is what they do that will make us to begin to review this truth. But I just reminding them that a nation that is built on falsehood cannot last the test of time. And of course, there is no insult at this comment section. The one that I see Sowore. I greet you, brother. Happy Valentine to you as well. So no insult yet. They will drop their insult on comment section later on. And certainly, I will answer them, respond to them adequately. I'm George Onibe from the All Completed Building. Have a nice day. Have a nice day.